Hello, guys. This is an important news for those who are students and you are actually looking forward to come to Australia. And also, this is also an important news for those who are also on who are planning to apply for a postgraduate visa. So, if you are planning to apply for any of these two visas, you have to pay attention and listen attentively because what I'm about to share is something that will really help you and is going to be important for your journey. Number one is the English test. Now, there are some certain changes in your English test. Do you understand what I'm saying? There are some certain changes in your English test. It will not be business as usual because there's a lot of changes happening. This simply means that for people applying for postgraduate visa, your English test validity time is going to just be only one for 1 year. All right. For people applying for student visa, your English test will last for only 2 years. That simply means if you're taking English test, it's going to just last for like 2 years. Then for people that are really who are applying for other kind of visas, like skilled visa, the visa time is still sort of 3 years. You understand? The visa time is still sort of 3 years, so it hasn't changed. That is for skilled visa, but for student visa, the validity time is now 2 years, and for postgraduate visa, the validity time is now 1 year. Now, there is also variation when it comes to the scores that are expected. It's not business as usual because things have also changed, but the test scores are quite different from what we used to know. The test scores now for those who are applying for postgraduate, you're expected to have at least for IELTS. IELTS, yes, you're supposed to have 6.0 before, but now you're going to be having 6.5. 6.5 upwards. 6.5 upwards. That is like some of the expectations that these are things that are expected of you. Which means in your PTE, you're expected to have at least 65 points for 65 band for each points. All right. Now for student visa, you have to have at least 60 points for each of the bands. And everything I'm saying is on the Australian immigration website. So you don't feel maybe it's something that is just being forged or something. It's something that is quite unique and it's something that I believe that if you look into, it will help you. Now, it's surprising because changing this law had been activated already since 24th of March of this year. It's really has been the way it has been so far. What am I going to say to you? It's simple. You have to know that those things are going to affect people's visa applications because I know of some people who apply for their postgraduate visa and yet they applied for their postgraduate visa and yet they haven't gotten it up till now because they didn't know that the English validity timelines is quite different. So they thought it was still at that 3 year period. It used to be, but things have really changed. So it's no longer business as usual. You understand? What am I going to say to you? It's simple. Plan ahead, plan ahead and get ready for what is happening. These laws are now active. These laws are as they are active. It's not like it's something that you're trying to see or do or something. These are laws that are now in vogue. So they are not trying to consider it. These are laws that are now working in Australia. What am I gonna say to you? Make sure by all means that as you're applying for your student visa and as you're applying for your skilled visa, just know that these things are this your English test is very important and crucial to your success here because they are taking it very serious and it's one of the ways that probably the government is trying to do some certain things. Because I used to think if you really have studied in Australia, and I know and done a lot of things in Australia, if you're applying for a postgraduate visa, I'm just thinking why you should take an English test again, and then reason the English test score from from 2 to 3 years from 3 years period to like 1 year period is like. But what can we do? I'm giving you guys updates to be able to be aware of it. There are some visas that have been introduced, but some of these visas I'll talk about them in the next video because they require job offer for you to be able to have them, and this also makes it not really that easy. As I say, I'm a big fan of skilled visa I'm really a big fan of skilled visa. I'm not really something, probably somebody that is into more of student visa and all of that. But be it as it may, if you find yourself in that place, why even, it's nothing. You can still work with that. But check yourself out. Check the kind of visa you qualify for. You never can tell. All right. And that could really help. And I understand those people talking about agency that I have shared before. We're going to answer you guys soon. All right. You take care of yourself.